up? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. So today I'm doing a video that I am so excited to finally talk about with you guys, and that is what I did to my teeth. I just want to do a close-up really quick so you guys can see the final results. I'm gonna get really close and personal to you. And I think I'll do this with a close-up of my old teeth before, so you guys can see that as well, so you get like a good comparison. I thought about this for a really long time, and when I made the choice to get a lot of dental work done, I knew that I wanted to bring you guys along with it as much as possible, and I didn't want to just like pop back on my channel randomly, have a brand new smile, and never ever address it with you guys. I've been getting so many questions on what exactly did I do, how did I get them white, so I'm going to talk about literally all of that in today's video, because I feel like today's videos could be a little bit longer. I'm gonna have like time points where different sections start, and I'll put them like over here or something so you can see. But I recommend watching the whole thing if you have time, if you want to sit down, get coffee, sit here with me for a while, that'd be cool. And if you're new here, make sure that you subscribe. I also just want to disclaim before I get into today's video that I am not a medical professional. I am not recommending or encouraging you guys to do any sort of a procedure. I think that if you have any questions about like, these kinds of procedures in general, definitely talk to your dentist, and they can kind of guide you from there, but that is not what I'm trying to do. I just want to explain to you guys my experience and just talk about it for anyone who's curious. So a lot of you guys were wondering why my teeth were so messed up. I'll insert a photo just in case you're new here and you don't know what they looked like before. So I've had really bad teeth literally since I've had teeth. My baby teeth grew in actually without an enamel, so I was prone to given cavities. Did I give someone a cavity? But I was very prone to getting cavities, and I remember like as a kid being terrified of the dentist because every time I went they had to like drill something and it was awful. And every time I went to the dentist, even when I was brushing and doing my best, I was still having issues with my teeth. And I just kept feeling like, what am I doing wrong? So fast forward a few years, when I finally got my adult teeth, everyone was like, all right, Haley, you're done with those problematic baby teeth. Like, you better step it up this time. And I was like, okay, I got it. And what no one told me is that my adult teeth also had like a deformed enamel. And at that point, I'd been so traumatized by the dentist as a kid. My association with the dentist is I can try hard here and it's not gonna matter, so why would I try hard? And I know that's really bad, but that was the mindset of 13-year-old Haley. Another issue I found out that I had a very gummy smile. I always thought that I just had really small teeth and that's why my smile was so gummy, but the actual issue, and my periodontist explained this to me, he said that basically like when you're developing, your gum line comes down a little bit, but like as you get older, it's supposed to recede back up and you get like your adult smile. But mine never did that, so I had like this very gummy kid smile. My dentist, when I was growing up, he always had told me, even when I was like 13, he was like, you're eventually going to have to get something cosmetic done. So I did more and more research as I got older. I was very seriously finally looking into getting dental work done. I started doing research online and I really didn't even know where to begin. Like, no one had told me this is the procedure you need done, this is what we need to do for you. Like, I didn't even know really what I was looking for. At this time, I had just moved to the city to start school, so a lot of the ways I was like finding different hairstylists, eyebrow person, like, I don't know, anyone I needed like a service from, I was going on Yelp a lot. It sounds really sponsored, but it's not sponsored, but like Yelp, if you ever want to hit me up, do it. Stumbled across like veneers as being like one of the procedures that just like really sounded right for what I was looking for, and that was how I found my dentist, Dr. Layliev. Put a picture of him right here. So I went and I met with him actually last August for my initial consultation. I remember just being really intimidated, and I just remember being like, gosh, like I hope that they're like honest with me about what I actually need. And he was so great. He basically talked for a while, and he kind of gave me like what he recommended and just kind of like a timeline all over different dentists, trying to get information online. And a lot of dentists don't give out their actual pricing online. You really have to go in and consult with them. After I met with Dr. Layliev, I knew that I needed to start saving because I did not have enough money to do the procedure the way I wanted to. Once I met with my dentist, I don't know how to explain it. I love his demeanor. I think he carries himself very well. He was obviously very qualified, and I did like look around at different options, and I just kind of knew the whole time. I was like, this is gonna be the guy who does it, and he's gonna knock it out of the park, which I feel like he definitely did. So that is essentially kind of like the process and how I finally came to my decision. It did take me a really long time to save up for it. After doing it, I went 100% feel like this was something that was so worth doing. I can't even explain to you guys how badly this was impacting my life. After I got my veneers, I had to relearn how to speak and laugh and smile, like just really weird things that you wouldn't think about, but I didn't realize how often I was covering my mouth when I was talking. I would kind of like talk like this, and I would laugh, I would always cover my mouth. When I smiled, I never showed my teeth. It was just, you don't even realize like how crazy of an impact it has on you. I think the other thing is that it always really bothered me because I know a lot of you guys didn't understand why my teeth were so bad, and how would you possibly know that I was, you know, predisposed to all these issues from lack of enamel. But I didn't want you guys to think that I just like don't take care of myself, and that really bothered me too. So I can't even explain to you guys like how much it really has impacted my life. So I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward so you guys can see the clips with my dentist, and he's gonna answer a lot of your questions.
We did some porcelain veneers. We did a makeover, including your upper 10 and lower 10 teeth to strengthen them and make them look beautiful. The difference between real porcelain veneers and temporary veneers is that the temporary ones are placed on the teeth at the initial appointment when the teeth are prepared. So once they're prepared, we take a final impression and then make temporary veneers, which get affixed to the teeth, and the patient leaves, has a chance to preview the look with the temps on, and they should look like normal teeth, but they'll feel like temporaries because they're all connected usually, so they'll feel a little heavier. However, the porcelain veneers will come back and they'll be individual and a lot more comfortable. We have to keep in mind to maintain the proper bite relation so as to not rush into doing anything too drastically. In your case, we prepared the upper teeth first. The long appointment was around 5 hours where all 10 teeth were prepared, cleaned up, impression was taken, we took photos along the way. All of this is in an effort to convey this information to the laboratory to achieve the result. A temp is made, take photos again, we capture the bite. So a lot is done in the first visit, and we keep in mind the health of the teeth to make sure that the temps cover the teeth properly. So the initial visit is a lengthy one, especially if there are 10 teeth. And then there's a brief follow-up visit just to confirm the design. And then comes the insertion visit to remove the temp and try in the actual veneers and make sure they're ideal. If they are, awesome, we cement them in. And if they don't look great for some reason, we send them back out to the laboratory. So that's the second major visit, the insertion appointment. And then there's also the follow-up. About a couple weeks later, a cleaning, and now you're there. It's not painful because I'll get the patient numb, and the technique behind numbing is painless. We do it in a very gentle fashion. The anesthetic lasts for hours, and we'll give a couple of booster shots midway or towards the end just to make sure that one is as comfortable as possible. No, they're quite opposite. So dentures are the extreme. Dentures are completely opposite, usually made out of acrylic plastic material with a pink base to replace missing teeth. So with veneers, you've got teeth in place. With dentures, you've got no teeth in place. However, the ultimate look, the ultimate smile is similar because with dentures you can get teeth that look like your own natural teeth. Veneers won't stain. They're porcelain, so the material itself doesn't absorb any pigment, so it's locked for life usually. However, it also depends on something known as the transparency of the porcelain structure. If they're made to be sheer and thin, thus kind of see-through, it is possible for the teeth to ultimately, many years later, look a little darker if the teeth happen to, within, tone down for some reason. Usually veneers don't ever stain. No, of course not.
Free pass, you guys. You heard it here first.
You still have to floss as well. As a matter of fact, you have to be extra careful and make sure you're flossing very effectively and brushing properly too. You'll just treat them like you do with natural teeth. When it comes to price, every office will have their own different structure to that based on their expenses and the cost factor and the way they're set up, the amount of exposure and experience they've had in the cosmetic industry, the quality of laboratory that is used. We use the highest in materials over here, the highest in artistic ceramic laboratory personnel. But there's a lot that goes into producing such high quality work, which is why our fees are higher than the norm. But we're pretty competitive compared to other cosmetic dentists in New York City. The average dentist won't be able to produce cosmetic veneers as beautifully, so perhaps their prices would be cheaper on the lower end, but I pride myself on the art behind what I do, so thus my fees are probably a little more elevated than the average.
And I just want to say, this is something that literally lasts like 20 years, and I feel like the best thing you can do is like invest in yourself. So I really do think you guys should keep that in mind. If you're ever thinking of getting dental work done, gotta invest in you. You don't want to cut corners with such like a big procedure, because you know it is something that you can't reverse, it's permanent, so just keep that in mind. Okay, thanks.
Veneers should feel just like your own natural teeth. What we do is we recreate the natural shape of the teeth. So in cosmetic dentistry, we could alter a few things: the shade, the shape, the position, and the texture. But we keep everything within, you know, the natural parameters of nature. So you really shouldn't get a big of a difference. There is some healing involved because of the nature of the procedure where we prepare the teeth, but it's really short-lived. Many times veneers are actually therapeutic to any gum issues where, say, the gum recedes, and if the underlying tooth structure gets kind of worn down, the veneer will just replenish and restore that lost tooth structure. So if anything, it would only improve the health of the gum tissue as well. It depends on the structure, the structural integrity, the health of your teeth, consistency of the enamel, the health of the gum tissue also. Sometimes one is born with weaker, softer enamel, so you really want to keep that in mind. Every case is different, but in general, veneers are a very conservative, simple process. Our website is www.nyccd.com, and the Instagram is NY Center Cosmetic Dentistry.
Awesome. And then one more thing, what other cosmetic dental procedures do you do, just in case maybe a viewer's watching this but they have something different they want to do than what I did?
Great question. We try to give people options to get their smile a lot better with composite bondings as well. So it's not just porcelain veneers, and not all cosmetic dentists are able to provide a service like bondings. And then in conjunction with that, you've got bleachings with the Zoom technology, and Invisalign is something that we do here as well.
So that is it for today's video. I hope this really helped just kind of clear up why my teeth were so bad before and why I felt like I was really at a place in my life to make this decision, why I feel so good about it. I love you guys, and I will see you later. Bye.